recipe is called is a ginger quinoa sweet potato burger. How many of you have ever cooked with quinoa before? Excellent. That's a really good number. So that's a whole grain. Also in this is going to be another whole grain. It's going to be oats. So we talked about whole grains, trying to fill our plates with whole grains. So we have 2 in this recipe. We also talked about trying to emphasize a plant-based diet. You can see going through this recipe, pretty much everything else is plant-based. So here is our ingredients. I'll spread out for you to see. We have shredded carrots, sweet potatoes. This is our cooked quinoa, some chopped kale, chopped celery, our oats, another whole grain, some frozen peas that have been thawed, as well as some chopped pecans, and then some red onion, garlic, ginger, and salt. So with that, that's all going to mix together to form our burger patties. So before we mix that up together, I just wanted to show you a little trick when it comes to ginger. How many of you cook with ginger, use ginger, prepare ginger? Okay, excellent. One thing that I learned, at least from our director from Golda, she's a chef, she helped teach me this. But you can take it, and to get the skin off in order to chop it up, you can take like a spoon. So you just take like the edge of your spoon, and all you have to do is slide it right along the edge. So instead of taking that knife and missing out on a lot of that ginger, you can just really skim off that skin. And then for this, I just used the larger holes of the grater. So by doing that, it shreds it up into nice small pieces. Fun little cooking tip for you. Okay, so now that we have all of our ingredients, we're really just going to mix it all together. It makes it pretty simple. I'll kind of explain each of the ingredients and where you can find them. I'm going to put gloves on for this because to really mix the ingredients together and make it all stick, it's best to use your hands. So if anyone else wants to eat this after, this is why I'm using gloves. So we have our bowl. We're going to add all of our ingredients. We have our 1 cup of kale. I'm going to add that in. 1 cup of quinoa. So this is going to be already cooked. Now when you cook quinoa, one thing that I like to do is, you put the water in and the quinoa in, bring it to a boil, turn the heat down, let it simmer. It'll soak up all of that water and get really nice and fluffy. So this is our 1 cup. 1 cup is going to go right in that bowl. And it's really the quinoa and the sweet potato that's going to hold the burger together. There aren't any other wet ingredients in this recipe. And this sweet potato is cooked. I skinned it and then put it in the microwave to make it really nice and soft. So it's in pieces, and then when we mix everything together, it should mush to kind of hold all of our ingredients. Adding more colors, we have shredded carrots. We have 1/3 of a cup of chopped celery. 1/3 of a cup of quick oats. And then the peas, just 1/4 cup of the frozen peas. And we have pecans, those are going to go right in there. Okay, now we're moving on to the red onions. So you get a little more onion in today, as well as 1 tablespoon of our, this would be our garlic. These rest all look the same. And then just 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We can't forget about our ginger to add that flavor. So these are ingredients in the bowl. The magic happens with the mixing. So you really have to dig in a little to get it all mushed together. But you'll see the colors all come together. And you really just want to kind of massage it in so that everything gets mixed up. You want to make sure that ginger is evenly spread throughout, as well as that garlic. So you can kind of see, just kind of mix it together here. And then next I just want to show you how to make the patties, how to form those nice patties. Because from this you can see it's pretty sticky and it's kind of hard to get into a good shape. So now that we have it all holding together, you can kind of see it forms like a ball when you're holding it. We're ready to make our patty. So all you're going to do is take 1/4 cup, and you can just take it and then just squish that mix right into it. It's going to form a nice full 1/4 cup. Take that, set it right down on that parchment paper, coax it out a little bit, and then it's going to form one nice shape. And then all you have to do is take your hand, press it out, and you can see you have your nice patty. So these are our ginger quinoa sweet potato burgers. So not your typical burger. It would probably surprise some people if you told them the burgers were on the menu and this is what they were having. But you can see it is an excellent source of all the different plants as well as those whole grains.